friends. Welcome back to the mat. I hope today finds you warm and well wherever you are. Today we're just going to have a simple flow. So you won't really need any props. I do have some blocks just because I love to have a good set of blocks around in case I do need them. But really you won't need much of anything. So this is a great just flow to soften the entire body, to stretch and open up. So if you sit at a desk and you have a long span before you move, sometimes that's my day, then it takes a little bit to get all the stiffness worked out. And so this practice is really good for that. You won't need anything. And if you guys are ready, we'll just get started. So I want you to find a comfortable seat, whether that is on the knees or just simply an easy seat. Take a moment to settle in, allow the breath to sort of soften, and just give yourself a moment. Maybe it's midweek, you're catching this practice right in the middle of the week or towards the end of the week, wherever you are, wherever you're hopping on at, just take a few moments to soften the breath. And so I always encourage you as we get into these practices, as we start practice, don't let this be something else that you have to do. Don't force this practice. Don't force your breath, your movements. I want you to let all of that go when you step on the mat. That is the beauty of the practice and what makes this online space such a sacred space, is that we can step away from all of the busyness and all of the demands that life constantly asks of us and just simply learn to be present with our body and our breath in one space, settling our thoughts and just allowing things to soften. So as you pause, maybe just bring your awareness to your breath and just begin to notice as you pull the breath into the body on an inhale. And as you exhale, releasing the breath, releasing the shoulders, letting everything sort of soften. And again, inhale. And exhale. And we just soften through your face, soften the jaw. And if at any time you start to feel like you're sort of separating yourself from here, your mind is starting to wander, I just want you to bring your thoughts, your awareness back to your breath. That gentle pull of breath in and out of the body as we pause together. The next time you inhale, I want you to notice if the chest feels tight, if there's any hesitation to deepen the breath here. Just take a mental note. And as you exhale, I want you to think about softening that tightness, that stiffness, releasing it all the way out of the body. And again. And exhale. Good. You have about 30 seconds here just to soften. Again, focusing on the breath. Letting everything else go but you and this moment and your breath. All right, just a few more breaths. Giving the body permission to soften in this space. Good. And when you're ready, I want you to drop your chin towards your chest and just slowly start to add in some neck rolls. Inhale as you come around. Exhale as you soften, chin to chest. Really taking your time to notice the neck and shoulders. We hold a lot of tension in this space, especially if you're using a keyboard or you're staring at a computer. Sometimes it's just a buildup of things we don't even realize is happening. And when you're ready, I want you to soften directions, finding some balance the other way. And anytime you feel an urgency to rush, to press through this practice, these movements, I really want you to come back to that breath, pause, and start again. Good. Next time your chin comes towards your chest, I want you to pause. Take just a moment, maybe noticing the back of the neck. So the spine is still lifted. You're still sitting up nice and tall. The shoulders aren't hunching forward. You're sitting up and you're just allowing a little stretch in the back of the neck. One more breath. Good. Maybe you start to notice that breath is getting a little deeper. Next time you inhale, bring that head back to that neutral space. And you can keep the eyes closed if that feels safe for you. If you need to open them and just keep your gaze soft, you're welcome to do that too. And this is just going to be an exercise just to warm up the shoulders. So whatever makes you feel the best. Again, eyes open, closed, your gaze soft. I just want you to start to move the shoulders. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, take them back. And try to really focus that movement with your breath. So I talk a lot about breath and movement sort of going together, and that's really important that they are in sync with one another. It helps to soften the nervous system when things are in alignment. And so when our breath is much faster than our movement, it's kind of like running. If you're running really fast and your breath is really soft, if you're an athlete, that's great. But if you're not, then it causes an irregularity within the body, and a sort of unbalanced feeling. And so what we're doing is learning to put our breath with our movement so that we can regulate our nervous system just a little better, reduce our anxiety, soften our thoughts, and just learn to be present where we are. Good. You can reverse your direction. And again, these can be big, these can be small. This practice is yours. So I'm just sort of guiding you along. But if it feels better to really open up, you can do that. If it feels better just to keep things soft and small, that is up to you as well. And then you're going to pause for just a moment. Again, if you're on the feet, you can adjust. If you're taking an easy seat, that's fine as well. I want you to inhale on your next breath. Take the arms all the way up. Exhale, take them down. Good. And again, inhale, rise. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Good. You have a few more. I want you to keep moving like that. Really start to notice the body as you inhale. Exhale. Notice how it responds. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften. Good. Last time. Inhale, reach. This time, exhale, hands down through your heart space, taking a moment. Just being mindful of this practice. If there's an intention you want to set, if that's your thing, now is a beautiful opportunity to do it. Otherwise, I just want you to take a moment, check in with yourself. Notice the breath. Notice how your body feels with just a little bit of breath and movement, alignment together. Just notice if the body feels a little more natural. The breath feels natural. Maybe your thoughts are starting to soften. Good. Take another breath. Good. And when you're ready, I want you just to roll the wrist for a moment before we come into our cat-cow. So when you're ready, you're just going to make your way into that tabletop position. And again, if you're new to yoga, you want to make sure that your hips and your knees are in alignment so that you are fully supported in this posture and your wrists are in line with your shoulder. I want you to take your fingers nice and wide. Again, taking the hips side to side for a moment. Good, softening out. And then again, gaze soft, your eyes closed or maybe open, whatever feels safe. And then inhale as you drop your belly. So we're just opening up the spine, allowing for some mobility within the spine, around, pressing all the way up. Good, dropping that belly, inhale. And exhale, round. Make sure that you're going all the way through in these postures so that you're releasing the breath completely. So a lot of times we just get where we go through the motions and we don't really get the full benefit from the posture. So I really want you to relax your head as you come around, rounding the spine, belly button towards the spine, and then gently drop the belly. Your elbows are soft. Inhale, look up. Ribs expand, exhale, tucking everything back in. Good, you have 2 more just like that. Take your time, move with your breath. And soften and round. Last one. Really get involved. Take your time. Inhale up. And exhale. Round it all the way down. Releasing the head and neck. Taking those hips side to side. Good. And then pausing just for a moment. So we're going to add in a few calf stretches. I really like these, especially if you have been doing a lot of sitting. My calves, especially if you're a runner or even biking. I love to bike. And so a lot of the times my calves are very tense. So I just want you to take a moment, tuck those toes, press back. Good. And then you're going to slide that leg out to the side, maybe a gentle press back. Inhale, coming forward, take that calf back. Good. And then soften out again, releasing, press back. Good. Inhale forward, taking that leg back. You have 1 more. And again, you can move at your own pace. You have to find a rhythm that really works well and what feels good for you. Good. Gently slide that back. Take a moment, and we're going to do the other side. And I'm just going to turn around so that you can see the other side. Again, you're just going to stretch that opposite leg out, pressing back just for a moment. Maybe even some little rocks just to soften. Good. And then a little hold. Again, you want that leg nice and long, and so you should have a gentle engagement with that belly button, tucking things in. Good. And then softening out to the side. And as you do this, you're just going to exhale, press back. So again, we're going to try to keep our body and our breath together. So you're going to inhale, come forward as you slide that foot back. Good. Exhale, take it out and come all the way back again. You should notice a gentle stretch on the inner thigh. Inhale, coming up. Last one. Exhale, take it back. Good. Slowly press yourself up. And again, taking a moment to windshield wipe those hips kind of side to side. And we're going to add in some hip circles. So it doesn't really matter which side you start with. Since I'm already this direction, I just want to take, and I'm going to come forward this time. So I'm going to bring my knee towards my elbow and out towards the side. And again, I want these to feel really good for you. So they don't have to be super large. They don't have to be extravagant circles. But again, hip mobility is really important. So if you are a sufferer of chronic pain, you may notice that the hips stay super tense and tight. And so trauma likes to store in these particular areas of our body. And for me, this is one area that I hurt quite often. So I know that hip mobility helps that. When you're ready, you can start the other side. Just make sure that you're going both directions. And again, these don't have to be, these could just be here. These don't have to be super large. I just want you to find what feels best for you. Good. And softly, a few directions this way, and then a few directions. Or a few, never mind, y'all know what I'm trying to say. A few this direction. Good. And then soften, taking just a moment, taking those hips side to side once more. When you're done, you're going to tuck your toes. You're going to walk your hands out. We're going to come into that downward facing dog. Now, if this is the first downward dog of the day, for me it is. So I'm just going to take it super gentle. Going to relax my head, relax my neck. And again, you can take the feet as wide as the mat if you need. Good, whatever feels good. Just taking some time to really pedal out the feet. Good, nice and smooth. Good. I just want you to take that right leg, lift it back and high, open up that hip. And then I want you to inhale, bring it forward. So this is a beautiful opportunity just to use those blocks. You can lower that left knee. And you're just going to lift tall here. So whether you have the blocks or not, I want you just to press up, bringing the hips forward. Good. Bring them forward. Inhale. Exhale, softly take things back. Good. Inhale forward. Just a few of these. Again, we're just loosening up the hips. Exhale, take it back. Good. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale, gently take it back. Releasing that breath all the way. And then inhale, coming forward again. Softening, seeing if you can take that pelvis a little closer to the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, shoulders out of your ears. You're nice and tall. Softly exhale. Good. Set those blocks to the side if you're using them. And you just want to gently tuck your toes as you slowly slide that all the way back to downward facing dog or three-legged dog. Good. We're going to do the same thing. Left leg lifts. Good. Bend it back. And then slowly take that foot forward. And again, if you have those blocks, grab them, lowering that right knee. Just softening here. I want you to inhale, lift nice and tall. And then exhale, take it back. Good. Now, you may be feeling super stiff. Inhale, come forward. And that's okay. Exhale, take it back. We're not looking to get into a deep practice today. We're just opening up the body, adding in some movement. Good. Last one. Exhale, take it back. Good. Gently coming forward, pausing for just a moment, taking those blocks out to the side once again. You're going to tuck your back toes. You're going to lift, plant those hands as you step back, three-legged dog or downward facing. I want you to pedal those feet, and then we're going to take our first very gentle vinyasa. So I want you to inhale out to your plank. Lower your knees when you get there. Soften. Take a nice breath in. And then exhale, elbows tuck in. So again, if you're new to yoga, the elbows don't want to come out. You want to keep them tucked in closer to your body. So exhale, soften. Good. When you get there, I want you to just take a baby cobra. So just lift just a little. Exhale, soften, tuck those toes. I really want you to press into the mat. Lift all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. You're going to start to look up the top of your mat. I want you to tiptoe all the way up. So you're going to find yourself in a forward fold. Again, I'm going to grab my blocks. I'm not looking to get super deep today, so I just want to soften. And you're just going to relax here. Relax your head, relax your neck. Allow the spine to decompress here. So just taking your time, allowing things to get nice and heavy, allowing those hands to rest on your blocks. Soft bend in the knee. Good. Take your time. Good. A few intentional breaths here. So nice deep breath. Maybe find that stillness. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Release the body. Inhale, lift a little. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Good. Take just a moment here in this more relaxed position, softening all the way down. Take a moment. Good. And when you're ready, I want you to start to inhale. You're going to roll yourself up very gently. So taking your time, very soft. Bend in the knee. Good. Shoulders roll back. Your head should be the last thing that comes up. So when you get to the top, we're in this mountain pose. I want you to pause here for a moment. So we're going to take a tree on both sides, and the camera may actually cut off part of my face, but that's okay. Really, you just need to see the bottom half. And so we're going to start with that tree. So I want you to soften and settle in to this posture. Okay, your toes are wide, everything is soft. You're pressing into those four corners of your feet. Soft bend in the knee. And then I want you to start to bring your weight into the left knee. Okay, your hands can rest on your hips, your heart, in between, at prayer, wherever you need them to be. And I want you to start to lift the toes. Now, if this is your tree, perfect. Stay. Find something to focus on. In yoga, we call that a drishti point. So something just to sort of captivate our focus for a moment for stillness. You can also use the wall if you're near it for balance. And if you feel like you can lift a little higher, you can take the sole of your foot to the side of your leg on the inside of your calf. Otherwise, if you feel like you want to take the full tree, you can come all the way up just wherever you are. I want you to pause once you get there. You have 3 breaths when you get to that final posture. Doesn't matter where you are, and I really want to encourage you, if you're taking a modified version of this, if you're using the wall, please know that we're all in different spaces. We don't always have to look the same with our physical appearance, nor do we always look the same in our yoga practice. So again, taking your time, finding that balance, pause and breathe. Pull that breath in and out. And again. And out. One more time here. In. And out. Beautiful. Slowly, I want you to start to release, shaking that foot, and then softening through that other leg, releasing things for just a moment. And we're going to take a tree on the other side. So again, wherever you are, I want you to reset, check back in, finding that balance, finding that pause. And when you're ready, taking your time to set this up. Remember, there's no rush, and there is no right or wrong way to do this. So wherever you are, once you get into that final space, I want you to pause, taking those 3 breaths nice and slow, keeping that gaze soft, shoulders back, soft bend in that right knee, and breathe. Good. Last breath here. Good. And then again, softening things down. Beautiful. Gonna step back to the back of your mat just a little bit. Well, maybe up to the front, not back. I want you to inhale, take your arms all the way up. Maybe a little back bend at the top. Exhale, bend through those knees, hinge through the midline, coming all the way down, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you soften. I want you to step all the way back, downward facing dog. Good. You're going to inhale out to your plank. Leave your knees lifted or not. It's up to you. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog this time. And then exhale. I want you to come back to that child shape. So taking a moment, if you have a block, perfect time to use it. If you don't need it, you don't have to have it. But I want you to soften in, relaxing your forehead down, taking just a moment here. Allowing the body to rest, soft and sound and supported in this posture. Good. Releasing your body all the way onto the mat. Good. One more breath. And then softly, I want you to press yourself all the way up, just rounding as you come up. So just sort of finding some balance back to that spine, shoulders are forward, and then softening, coming into an easy seat, or you can lay all the way down as we close out our practice with a little bit of meditation. So wherever you are, I want you to get comfortable. Grab a blanket, grab whatever you need for this little practice, for this little meditation, and then I just want you to settle in. So, excuse me, if you're sitting up, I want you to soften the shoulders. If you're lying down, I want you to walk the shoulders away from one another, opening up, allowing that spine to rest on the mat beneath you. Then I want you to just close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Let that breath go. 2 more, just like that. Full breath in. Pull it all the way into your belly. Exhale. Let it go. Good. Last one. Inhale. Pull that breath in. Exhale, release. Good. Slowly, I want you to allow that breath to return to normal. And as you pause for the next minute or two, I want you to let each part of your body soften. Going to name them gently, one at a time. And as I mention this space in your body, I want you to bring your awareness there and soften each one. I want you to soften the scalp. Allow the forehead and that space between your eyes to relax. Down through the cheeks, into the jaw. Maybe the jaw separates, a little space between the teeth. And the tongue just rests gently in your mouth. You soften through your throat, your collarbone, and your shoulders. All the way to the fingers. Everything is relaxed and heavy. Your chest is soft. The ribs gently expand as you inhale. You can feel things lift just a little bit, but as you exhale, everything contracts back to the center and softens once again. The belly naturally lifts and falls with each breath. The muscles in your stomach are soft. Nothing's no longer contracting. The pelvis softens into the hips and around to the low back, to the tailbone. And the next time you inhale, I want you to envision traveling from your tailbone through each vertebrae all the way up to the base of your skull. And as you do this, you almost begin to see that the spine separates just a little bit. Each vertebrae, there's a little more air, a little more oxygen, and just a tiny bit of space in between as you fill the body with air. And as you exhale, everything softens and contracts, and the awareness comes back through each vertebrae, down through the low back, into the tailbone, and then softly splitting down the right leg and the left. Good. Keeping that breath soft and smooth. The next time you exhale, I want you to soften the right leg completely, all the way from your hip, your thigh, your inner thigh, all the way through the knee, the calf, to the very tips of your toes. That right leg is soft and heavy. The next time you exhale, you're going to shift awareness into the left leg, from the hip all the way down to the very tips of your toes. Soft and relaxed. The entire body is heavy, warm, and supported. And as you pause in this quiet for the next moment, any thoughts that try to come into your mind, I want you just to let them gently pass through. Your only job is to be present and to breathe in and out of the body. And softly, on your next inhale, I want you to take that breath a little deeper into your belly. And softly exhale, open the mouth as you release that breath. And again, inhale. And exhale. Good. I want you to start to bring some awareness back to the body by moving your fingers, wiggling your toes. And when you're ready, I want you to take the arms over your head. So if you're sitting, you're just going to bring those arms up. Inhale. If you're lying down, maybe you want to stretch the legs long. You can do that as you are seated as well. Take things nice and long. And then exhale, you're going to roll on to your right side, taking those knees into your chest for a moment. If you're seated, you're just going to sort of take the arms around the front of the shins as you bring your chin towards your chest. And then gently making your way into a seat that we can close out today's practice. Good. I want you to bring your hands to your heart in prayer. Maybe keep your gaze soft, close your eyes, whatever feels good, and just take a moment to find gratitude for this practice. I want to encourage you today, no matter what you're going through, no matter how your body has felt today, I want you to be proud of yourself, even if you just came to the mat today and did nothing else but breathe. That is movement. That is practice. It's always such an honor to be in this online space, to have the support of an online yoga community. Wouldn't be here without you all. And just thank you so much. I wish you blessings, love and lights wherever you go the rest of your day. Namaste. All right, friends, thanks so much for joining me for today's practice. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys again soon on the mat.